What are your thoughts on the Artscroll Tanach? Which Tanakh would you recommend? First of all, I think Artscroll is a fantastic organization. I've said it many times over the years. I think that they're a gift to the English-speaking people in this generation, and in general, to the Jewish people. They also have started doing things in other languages as well, or at least more than in the past even. As far as their scholars that they have under their umbrella are fantastic. Their translations are fantastic. They do great work. They always remain true to the Torah itself. They're very serious people. So as far as the organization at large, fantastic. Now, as far as specific products, I think that if you're going to go with, let's say, the teachings of the Torah itself, it's better to get for the sake of learning, it's better to get each book by itself. Meaning, the 5 books of Moses should be at the very least, it should be the Stone Edition Chumash. You shouldn't get the Tanakh, which includes the Chumash. You should get, at the very least, the Stone Edition Chumash, because that will have at least a little bit of commentary. If you can get some of the things that have even more commentary, like the Rashi that they have, or the Onkelos that they have, or some of the others that have commentary, it's even more. But I would say, starting off with the Chumash, the Stone Edition Chumash, it's a great start. This has been my best friend, Baruch HaShem, for many, many years. I don't go anywhere without him. I love him so much. This is my Stone Edition. I don't replace him. I don't betray him. I don't go anywhere without him. He's always with me, Baruch HaShem, my buddy. So, without my Chumash, there's no Yaron. That's my Chumash. Now, as far as the other 19 books of the Tanakh, yes, I have a small edition of the Tanakh, but this I use for lectures most of the time. Especially when I travel, I go give lectures, because to carry so many different books, if I'm using multiple sources, I like to carry my sources with me. I don't like just to rely on my notes. I like to carry the sources with me in case somebody asks a question, they want to see it in the book itself, or the way I operate, I like to look. I have to look. I don't have prepared lectures, so I look at the ideas that I have, or the different things that I've highlighted, and the words Baruch Hashem come. So it's Baruch Hashem, it's all siyata dishmaya. So when I travel, when I go, I have my Tanakh with me, and as you can see, it has a little bit of wear and tear from all my little footnotes and different pages. And Baruch Hashem, may all of us merit to continue doing many more of these. So I have this, but this is not the only thing I have. I also have each individual book, and some of them multiple different versions. I have the Artscroll, I have some other publishers, just in Hebrew and so on, of the other books. Why? Because this Tanakh version is fantastic for the scripture itself, but it's not enough to learn from for the commentary. It has very, very little commentary. Usually just a couple of different lines on the bottom that specifically highlight, 1 or 2 points upstairs. It's not meant for studying. It's meant for review, but for study purposes, you need something that has much more commentary by Rashi, Ramban, the Barbanel, Or Chaim. Depends who you want, but you need a lot more commentary. For that, you should get this. They have a whole collection. This is just one of them. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to take all of them, but they have for Shmuel 1 and 2, they have one entire sefer. Meaning this sefer is almost the same thickness as the Tanakh, but this is just the book of Shmuel. So this Artscroll has, and Baruch Hashem, each page is full of commentary. So you could study a lot from it. And the same thing goes for Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Proverbs, Psalms, and so on. So what I would recommend is going with their first of all, bigger size books than the small one, because it's easier to read, but also the individual versions of each one of the books, because that way you'll have a lot more to learn. And believe me, even after you finish all of those, you still haven't even started. There's a lot more that commentary out there in Hebrew, and some in English as well. But that's fantastic foundation, fantastic thing to start with, and to learn over the years, not just start with. It's for both new students and old students, scholars. I know some Talmidei Chachamim that have Artscroll in their houses, and they're Talmidei Chachamim. And sometimes they'll study their regular Gemara, sometimes they'll study their Artscroll Gemara, depending on the pace of their learning, and if they're trying to reach certain metrics, if they're trying to do certain things. So point is that for Tanakh purposes, for study, individual books with more commentary. Not too much, meaning I wouldn't start with, let's say, Me'am Loez that has over 40 books, because that is too much commentary for you to be able to finish the weekly parasha. Like each book is let's say less than a handful of parashot, meaning it'll take you a long time just to finish the 5 books of Moses. Anyway, the Me'am Loez, unfortunately, Rav Kuli didn't died in the middle of writing it, so the commentaries are shorter and shorter as the years go on, that were written by other Chachamim. But point being is that it's still a huge set, and it's good to have in the house, it's good to learn from, but as your weekly review, daily learning, I would say the Artscroll set, the Rashi set, or the Stone Edition, they have a few different things that, the classics. Go over there, classics. Those are the classics. Go to the classics, you'll get yourself a beautiful set over there. You'll have plenty of work to do, and that B'ezrat Hashem you succeed doing it. And B'ezrat Hashem, many of you do it. Many of you guys do it, not just the one person that asked the question.
אם בחוקותיי תלכו ואת מצוותיי תשמעו ועשיתם אותם